Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine to a real good day, right? It's a great day. Tottenham, for the 97th minute, were losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. And then in 2 minutes, Tottenham are beating Sheffield United. It's a great day. We can all celebrate and have a good time. Listen, we were at the moment, it was all going really, really bad. And then boom, Spurs turn it around. Who we got in the house? Big up to you guys in the house. Who we got? We got Scott Colliver. Hello, Perchy in the chat. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Hello, Perchy, Scott, and the rest of the chat. How's the heart rate this morning? We're calm. We're calm. James, did you want to come on, my friend? Do you want to come on? Bring the Hotspur Way podcast onto the Perchy TV. Let me know, my friend. You're welcome on. You can have a little chat if you want. Put the kettle on, yeah. Listen, we're chilling. We're vibing. We're in a good space today. Good place. Hello, everyone. Hit that like button and choo all aboard the Ange train. Mia, this all aboard the Ange Postecoglou Express, because we are soaring to places. That was an absolute solid display. Guys, in the chat, make sure you're doing that and you're smashing, hitting, touching, caressing, whatever you want to call it, but make sure that like button has that thumbs up emoji on. Let's do it. Susie, I blame you for being late. It's your fault. But we were on the phone for too long and we realized it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my gosh. Big up, my love. Oi, Perchy in the chat. Big up, Tim. Tim, we're in a good place this morning. Hello, Perchy. Can we now say that you over-celebrate like my boys do on the red side? Scott, do you know what? I think I've seen this enough, this over-celebrating comment. The over-celebrating comment, for me, is a bit silly. In the 97th minute, we were losing 1-0. We won the game. There's differences. There's a massive difference. There's over-celebrating when you've nicked a draw against a relegation fodder team, right? I get it. Like, listen, I think the celebration's more relief. Because everyone thought, oh, here we go again. We can't break a low-block team down. Blah-de, blah-de, blah-de. Yeah, but listen, unless I don't care, is what it is. Everyone have a good time. Good morning, everyone. Why am I on board the train? Because Spurs make a mountain out of a molehill, just beating relegation fodder. Philly. Come on, my friend. Come on. Get on board. You'll be there. Just don't be in the cheap seats at the back, my friend. Get yourself in a nice, plush VIP seat in first class. Get involved early. Big up, Mike Pepper. How are you doing, my friend? Tyrell. You were in my watch along, giving it the big un, and then you disappeared when we scored. You disappeared, my friend. What happened? Did the internet run out at the time when we went and scored 2 goals? Big up to you, mate. Big up to you, my friend, though. Big up. We're chatting away. We'll sort something out next week, definitely. Neil Sharpton, how are you doing? Yes, it's the morning, 1 in the morning. You can hear my luscious voice, 1 in the morning. Big up to you, my friend. Man, love it. Listen, it is what it is. 8 p.m. Sunday, New Zealand, literally the future. Woo. Like it a lot. James, man, come on if you want, mate. No, big up Amin. Thank you very much. 1970 Cool Perchy. They want the regular guy shirt back from yesterday. Yeah, shall I go? I'm going to get some more. I've only got a few of them. Me and Susie spoke. We're going to get some more of them. And just put them on stream for sure. Better late than ever. Happy to see Richie make a difference. John, big up. I agree. Listen, I called it a redemption. I thought this guy needed that more than anything, more than any psychologist or anything that can help this guy. He needed that. Now, dust has settled. We've all got excited. Now go and do it against Arsenal. Come off the bench or whatever and do it against Arsenal. Do it against Liverpool. Start that ball rolling, right? It's all well and good doing it over 1 game. Now we want to do it over 5, 10, 15 games. I wish I could, mate, but I'm not in the office. And this being level means I have useless connection home. Oh, fair enough, mate. Fair enough, mate. Listen, we'll have to do a stream together soon at some point. No, definitely get you on. Your boy showed great mentality to win. I hate it, but well done. No, Scott. That do you know what? That's the bit I think the celebratory moments were about. The mentality. We had a real mentality shift in that game. Massive. Vicario ran the length of a pitch in about 4 seconds. He was loving it. I tell you what, I saw that. I wanted to see a bird's eye view of that, of him running. It felt like 5 or 6 seconds that he was legged it from one end of the pitch to the other. I love it though. That's what I love to see. All that. That's when you celebrate. Listen, I got a lot of stick on Twitter last night because I basically said about the Hannibal guy. And let me know your thoughts, guys. I want to know your thoughts in the chat. I put a tweet out basically saying doing it after scoring celebrating like that when you're 3-1 down. Wow. And I got a load of stick on people on Twitter. And my point was, and then people go, well, you celebrated Spurs winning 2-1 against relegation fodder. I said, yeah, because we won the game. 3-1 down. Yeah, well, I don't care if he's a 19, 20-year-old. Grab the ball, put it on the penalties and the centre circle, and let's start again. Mentality, right? Richarlison equalises in the 98th minute. He could have easily gone crazy, shirt off, jump in the crowd, gone mental. No. Ball gets picked up, run back, we're going to go and win the game. Mentality. That's the difference in mentality for me. Morning, Valpinda. How are you doing, my friend? Celebrations after few and far between. So are we over celebrating? Hell yes, because we when you listen, celebrate when you win, right? That's the main thing. Man United had a hard time. Sheffield United were good against Man City. Sheffield United were, you know what? They're a tough team to do. Fair play to them. Man City are a hard. I mean, Sheffield United, give them their dues. They're a tough team to beat, and we drove in. Great mentality. Slightly worried about Van der Ven in the air. No, I thought Van der Ven had a poor game yesterday. I thought he was poor. I love Van der Ven. I thought he had a really poor game yesterday, and I thought he was rightly so to get hooked off. So many sort of silly fouls, right? Perchy was a big up, mate. Ange went on a 36 win run with Brisbane Roar and did it again at Celtic. We've started our 31 more to go. I love that. Love that. Oh, love that big time. Few more windows and we're going to be cooking. I agree. Get some more windows under our belt. Get some more signings, players out, right? It was the first goal for United. It should be a special moment, but I agree. That situation, pick the ball up and go again. Yeah, Scott. Listen, I've had people going, oh, it's his first goal. He's celebrating his first goal, blah, blah, blah. But you're 3-1 down and put Brighton at home. Grab the ball. Do you know what I would have loved? Listen, this is what I say about this. Go and grab the ball, centre circle. As a fan, I would have loved that more than him going celebrating in the crowd. Yeah, listen. Grab the ball, centre circle, we go again. Mentality. And Man United's mentality of late has really dwindled. Really dwindled of late. Just saying. Wouldn't have had that under Ferguson. Ferguson would have gone mental if he saw one of his players. Doesn't matter what age. Grab it celebrating after being 3-1 down at Brighton. He'd have gone, no, grab the ball, centre circle, we go again, right? Man City, Guardiola wouldn't have had that. If Rico Lewis scores his first goal, but they're losing 3-0 to 3-0 to West Ham, just say, with 20 minutes to go. He said, nah, grab the ball, we go again. We're gonna go, we'll win this game. We'll get this game back, right? Just Man United's all over the place. Glad we won, but I didn't need that at 2:30 in the morning. I woke up my son when Kulu scored and then couldn't get to see till 5 a.m. It's been a very lazy Sunday, mate. You put your feet up, order yourself some food in, feet up, and just watch the game on repeat all day. I don't blame you. Madison has been a part of 2 epic endings. One was against the was with Berg winning yesterday. Yeah, I agree. I put that up on my YouTube community page, guys. Go check it out. I put a poll up. 4 best Premier League comebacks for Tottenham. And I put Sheffield United, the Leicester away game, Arsenal 4-4 at the Emirates, and when Spurs with Staltieri scoring against West Ham at Upton Park. So go and check that out. Vote for which one you thought was the best. Hi Tagari, did you wake up, fam? Yeah. Just my summary. Yeah, daughter was asleep through a tornado. Man City also made that Fulham knockout side look like whipping boys. Yeah, agreed. But the Fulham thing, I'm not going into it because everyone keeps saying I talk about it, but that's the only chink in the armour. But listen, I think we were brilliant yesterday. There was 2 minutes and 20 seconds between Richie and Kulu's goal. Yeah, that's what I like to see. I love that. I did say, do you know what I said, Amin? I said on stream, I said, if we get one, we'll get two. And it felt like that. I felt like, I said it earlier on, I said, if we get one goal in this game, we'll get a second and maybe the third. That was earlier on in the game. It just came really, really late. I purchased from Australia. The Richarlison solution was to stop bleaching his talent away. Much better without the bleach blonde hair. Yeah, listen, nothing of that. I'm not one of those. I don't really care. Do what you want with your hair and stuff. But I do get your point. Listen, what he needed that is, and I thought when he came on, I thought he was really good. I thought he had a chance that he headed over the bar and just thought, oh, go and get that. Don't be that in the day. It could have been a different situation, right? Hit it in, get that in the back of the net, right? But listen, I thought he was good today. I thought he was good yesterday, big time. Morning, Perchy. Van der Ven was very good on the ground, but for such a tall guy, he's poor. And yeah, I agree. The only thing I felt with Van der Ven, it gave away so many sloppy fouls yesterday. So many sloppy fouls. I mean, let me go and have a look at the stats. I think he gave away 4 or 5. I was looking at the stats this morning. Lineup, Van der Ven, yeah. He gave, I thought, yeah, he obviously committed 2 fouls. That was it. But I just thought his recoveries were good. We all knew that it was going to be good. But yeah, he gave away several fouls and he could have got a couple of bookings there. Poetic justice to gift us the extra time so we could beat them. Yeah, but that's what happens. They wasted time all game, right? They were wasting time all game. And we got the extra time in our favour and it was rightly so. That's how it works, right? Even the game versus Leicester, we grabbed the ball. Yeah, that's what I mean, Brinketic. Leicester, we equalised, and what did we do? We grabbed the ball, centre circle, bang, we start again. Not the most beautiful football. We got 3 points. Big up, Soren. So true. Big up to you, mate. So true. It's called a white man's disease. He can't jump for a big guy. Morning, Jessica. Hope you well. Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. I love it, mate. Morning, guys. Why was Heckingbottom, I'm saying it's whining about the ref was woeful, but not as bad as Sheffield United's time wasting. Glad it fired in them. Fotherington is my new most disliked player. I found it weird what because the thing is, I agreed with what Heckingbottom was saying. I did actually understand his point, but for me, I sort of sat back and went, oh, that's a little bit shameless. Sitting there going, how can you moan about that after your boys were wasting time? Even James Maddison had to mock them by pretending he had cramp. Did you see that? So James Maddison went down, pretended he had cramp, and when we went 2-1 up, just to sort of go, oh, there you go. Now we've got cramp now, all of a sudden. Yeah, I found it very, very strange. Very, very strange. I just didn't get it for me. All the time wasted, and Maddison should have had a penalty. I'm sorry, how the referee didn't see that as a penalty. I don't know how Heckingbottom had an issue. I didn't understand where his issue lay, was my point. Sorry, my whole system just shook then. I just didn't understand what his perspective was on it, where he could go on about that. Yeah, extra time works both ways, you know. They can time waste all they like, but we went and pulled out the result. Wazimir, the ref did not only look poor, but tried to slow our game down. Yeah, that's what I don't get. He played into Sheffield United's hands. The game was getting slowed down, game off game. We should have had a penalty, easy. Should have had a penalty. I don't normally chat about the rest, but it was an absolute joke, and even worse when Sheffield managers had the cheek to moan about it. Yeah, he benefited them all the whole game. I get his perspective about the moaning and stuff, but we were getting yellow cards for moaning at the ref, and we should have had a clear corner And Maddison moans, going, "What are you on about? That should be a corner." And he goes and books Maddison. What? Baffling, right? Referee Higginbottom was complaining about the standard, not an excuse, but he was just saying the ref caused a lot of the issues. I agree. That's what I mean. Heckingbottom, not Higginbottom, Heckingbottom. Paul Heckingbottom. He was right. He was right to moan because the referee had a nightmare, but you can't moan about it against him. Yeah, the ref should never. Yeah, I agree. He had an absolute nightmare. He had an absolute stinker all game. And even when, and also, I want to make a point. The Spurs fans throwing the ball back on the pitch when we're taking a corner. What are you doing? What are you doing? I agree entirely. The Sheffield United coach, the ref was awful, both teams. I know they time wasted, but that's what teams like that have to do. Yeah, I agree, Boxing. I'm nothing against it. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Sheffield United time wasting was disgusting for modern football. We used to do this under Mourinho and Conte. But bear in mind, this is a team that 3 point. Listen, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I have no issues with them time wasting. They're 1-0 up. Sorry, they're 1-0 up with about 20 minutes to go. I expect teams like that to be time wasted. 3 points at White Hart Lane. That should be a badge of honour for Tottenham. They're time wasting against us, trying to seal out a game. So I haven't got an issue with the time wasting for me. It is what it is. We knew it was coming. So yeah. They could have scored a second, but they tried to contact. No, but listen, when teams like that teams like that, any point at the sort of teams like Tottenham, away at Tottenham, Man United, Man Cities, Liverpools, and all that lot. For them, it's a bonus, right? Any result's a bonus. So yeah, they are going to time waste. That ref needs to have a stint in the Burkina Faso 4th Division. Brilliant. The drop ball we didn't get, the pen, the fact that the goalkeeper wasted time and we didn't get a second yellow. Agreed. The ref was so bad. Honestly, thought he was out of his depth and corrupt. Yeah, he had an absolute nightmare, Soren. After the first goal, the fans really began lifting our lads. Yeah, we pulled it over the line. Why so many balls on the pitch? What a mess it was. Yeah, it was the fans throwing them back on. So the ball would go over into the stand and you'd normally just throw it back on for the corner. But we were throwing it on when the ball was already in play. Like, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, who's the idiot? Who's the idiot doing that? Guy, big up Daniel Monson. This guy donated so much money to me yesterday. Well, I worked out this morning about 80 quid, mate. So I want to say thank you so much. Big up to you because you guys got a win as well. You were at Forest Green watching me, donating money to me. Much love to Daniel. This guy's a real one. Good, well done to your win away at Forest Green yesterday, mate. And it was good to have you on stream watching, keeping you updated with the scores whilst you were watching your boys play. Good morning, El Dante. You good? I'm great. How wasn't Fotherington given a second booking? He should have been sent off. Could have been sent off for the handball alone, couldn't he? Yeah. It was amazing how he didn't get a red card. Oh, he had an absolute nightmare in goal. But yeah. But they time wasted in the first half as well. Agreed. Yeah, you got to remember, Tigara, these teams are trying to get any result they can, slow the game out as much as possible, right? It's all about with these. It's about time wasting. They won't play like that if they're playing against, say, a Wolves or a team down the bottom, right, with them. The director of the extra time during the World Cup stated that they would rather tack on the extra time in the second half as opposed to in the first. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought it was in both halves. Big up Khalid, new to the show. I haven't seen you around. Big up to you, my friend. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Hi, Bert G. I looked at Van de Ven statistically on F-Brief. He was one of the worst 7% of central defenders and aerial duels in the world. We should take this into consideration. Yeah, but listen, I think there's a lot of benefits to what Van de Ven's game. Yeah, he's made his aerial threats not great, but his recovery pace is brilliant. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well, and thank you for coming on to the welcoming. I haven't seen you in the channel before, so much love. Much love to you. I mean, guys, we are at 2,222. So I want to say massive shout out to the 20 odd people that subscribed to me over the last 2 days. We're finally getting some subscribers. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Let's try and make a little target to get to 2,230 today. That's 8. 8 people to subscribe today. That would be amazing. Let's try and get that target up today. I just want to say that even though we won, I don't agree with that and changing that late. If it isn't working, please do it early. Rinketic, bang on. I was saying on my stream all game on my lot watching on going, come on, get Brennan Johnson on. I thought when Brennan Johnson came onto the pitch, we looked a lot better team. He was direct, he was quicker. We were pushing higher up the pitch with him, and he was offering a lot more. And again, obviously, I've got to say credit to Richarlison because he changed the game and won the game, right? That's how I see it. For me, the changes were way too bad. Big up Rob Wilson. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you are well. Legend Daniel, you're making Perchy a full time up. I don't know if I'm going to go full time Rinketic just yet anytime soon. Get me to the sort of 10 or 15,000 and then I'll consider it, but not right now. No chance. Mate, Daniel, you're a top guy, genuinely. You're a top man. Sheffield United also slated the official. Yep, of course, they were awful. Come on, Everton, do us a favour. Just imagine Everton. By the way, here's a fun fact for you. Arsenal have never won at Goodison Park since the Arsene Wenger days. Let that sink in. They haven't won at Goodison Park since the Wenger days. Wow. I did not know that. A mate of mine told me that. Who's an Arsenal fan. I had no idea. Sorry, need to oh man, air intake at the moment. As everyone keeps saying, when I'm yawning, it's because I'm running out of oxygen. I'm talking loads. FIFA instructed officials to add more time at the end of World Cup matches to compensate for goal celebrations. FIFA also wanted referees to add at least 1 minute for an injury delay and 30 seconds. Right, okay. Kulusevski scoring that number 8 role from that number 8 role. Do you think it'll be used more and often? Is that where he slipped into the number 8 role? Listen, I thought he good. He got into the box. He did it. He just offered something, right? Big up. Not one in 5 years. Right. Okay. Yeah. Not one at Goodison Park in 5 years. I thought it was like that. A friend of mine told me it was around that sort of time. Good morning, Perchy. Big yourself up. Big up to me. And big up to you, Dave. Hope you're well, mate. Dave, can you tell people to like and subscribe to the channel? We want to get to 70 likes. That's it. We're halfway there. 70 likes now. We're at halfway through. So in half an hour in, let's get that 70 likes in 10 minutes. Come on. There's 70 of you in here. 35 of you. Smash the like button. Come on. Let's do it, guys. Everton are a chance. Arsenal have Champions League midweek. Will they rest players? I don't think so. Not for me. I would be amazed if they did. We will get your manager sacked after sacking Ten Hag. Yeah. What happened to the 6-second rule with goalkeeper? Yeah, what was that all about? He was holding the ball on for ages. Which game are you going to watch during Champions League break? I'll probably watch Bayern Man United, probably, to be fair. Morning all. Yeah, morning Steve D. How are you doing, my friend? Haven't got the 80s casual look today. I've gone for a little bit of a Spurs look today. One of the things I love most about the team stood up when we needed. Yeah. When we went on a goal down, Basuma went into another gear. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant, Basuma, when we went 1-0 down. Just 1 second. So I'm just let's have a look. Seeing that it went away like the steps rule. Yeah. Oh, did it actually? Okay. If we show the same mentality against Arsenal, we can win against them and Liverpool as well. I agree. I think it's a mentality, right? It's all about the mentality. I'm lazy when is the Gooners game? Today? Oh, you mean Champions League? I don't know. I think they're playing Wednesday, I want to say. Cool. I'm lazy when it comes to games. Yeah, I'm not going to watch them. I doubt it. Morning Perchy, we manager of the month, Curse. Bring on the next game. Yeah, we're going to win it all now, Nana Hotspur. We're winning it all. Today, what time? Oh, today, I think they're playing at 2. They got the early one. Is it 2 o'clock they're playing? I want to say 2 o'clock I'm going with. Let me have a look. Today, they kick off. They got the late one. 4:30. They're 4:30. I think it's who's playing first. Bournemouth Chelsea at 2. So you've got Bournemouth Chelsea at 2, and then you've got at 4:30. You've got Everton Arsenal. Everton Arsenal. Yeah, there you go. 4:30 kickoff in the UK. So yeah, in the UK. Who will come in the top 4? Brighton or Spurs? If the debate's gonna be out of those 2 teams, I'm gonna say Tottenham, and the reason why I say that, I think Brighton, where I think they're really good. I love everything about Brighton, the way that they play, everything about them. The only thing with Brighton right now is let's see how they do next weekend. Oh, I do apologise. It's first thing in the morning. They've got to play on Thursday night. Then they've got to play on Sunday. Now let's see how they can manage playing 2 games a week. Brighton are one of these teams that are very known to play 1 game a week, right? And so they're naturally born for that. Now let's see how they get on. For me, that's one of those where I sit back and go, Brighton, let's see how they get on. I like the way they play, though, by the way. I tell you what, Pascal Gross is so underrated. Watch him play yesterday and you go, wow. And I didn't know he scored something out of like 7 goals against Man United. He loves scoring against them. They Brighton in the league have won the last 4 games against Man United. Let that sink in. Last 4 games they've beaten Man United. It's hardly a bogey team anymore. Top 4 odds, Spurs at 2-1, Brighton at 5. So yeah, it could go either way. I think it could go either way for me. Which team this season has banana skin written all over it? Let's have a look. Let's do it now. I've got an idea. I want to try something out. So if you mind waiting for just a second, guys, I'm going to try something out for you guys. I'm trying out a new thing that I learned this morning that I want to give a go and see. So it will work in the sense for me to do for when I do my watch alongs. And the reason why I want to show you it, just bear with me. I've just got to create something. I think Brighton are going to be really there or thereabouts this season. I think they're a really, really good team. They operate like a great team as well. Did I miss a? Oh no, I didn't. So I thought I'd missed something. Guys, come on. Can we get another 4 more likes to get to 50 at least? Let's get to 50 first of all. That's the rules. Okay. Hang on, guys. If I do this and I do this, if I do this, guys, let's see if you can see this. If I do this and then I do this. Oh, look, see? I got it working. Okay, it's working. Okay. So we want to talk about Tottenham fixtures. So if you can see that, guys, I'm going to go full screen so I can see it as well. We're talking about banana skins. So if we have a look. So this is our form at the moment in the league. Ignore the Barcelona one. Brentford 2-2. Beat Man United. Beat Bournemouth. Beat Burnley. Beat Sheffield United. Now, let's have some predictions, guys. We did it earlier. We did it before. We're going to do it again. Why not? We're shameless. We keep going, right? I hope you like the new tool I've got. I've basically worked something out for it to work. So, do we think we're going to beat Arsenal away? Are we beating Arsenal away? 2 o'clock. I mean, it's 3 o'clock because I'm in Spain, but ignore the times. Where am I? I've lost my. Oh yeah, because we're looking for the banana skin, right? Let's look for the banana skin. Arsenal, I wouldn't consider a banana skin. I think the next banana skin is going to be Crystal Palace away. That for me is the banana skin there. Oh, I've just clicked on it. I didn't mean to. This game here for me has banana skin written all over it. Crystal Palace away, late kickoff, night under the lights. I've just got to go back to it. Yeah. So under the lights on a Monday, on a Friday night. So bear in mind, we're playing on a Friday night, and then we've got a massive day, massive 10 days between us then playing on a night late kickoff on Monday. So I think that has banana skin written all over it. Does anyone else think that? Right, mate. Yeah, they made 6 changes. Agreed. Pascal Gross right now is better than Leon Goretzka. I think he's a really good player, Gross. I think he's so underrated. Solly Marsh agreed. Another one agreed. I think we will lose against West Ham. Wish it wouldn't happen, but the aerial set plays will be very difficult to defend against. I think that's a good shout. Grocery list, Lecce Panigesa. Oh man, love it. Get them going. Yeah, 2-1. 4-3 Arsenal, late minute winner from a Doji. I love that. Yes, we'll beat Arsenal. BBC claiming Brighton starting 11 cost less than 20 million quid. It is, but do you know what makes me laugh with that, Leslie? What the audacity for Ten Hag to come out and say that Brighton have spent money. Get in the bin. Your boys have nearly spent £1 billion. Get in the bin. I think Luton, because everyone will expect us to win now. I think Luton we're battering, mate. In my opinion, we're battering them. Yeah, I'd love that. If Chelsea lose today, who's more in trouble, Poch or Ten Hag? Both. I think they both could be done. And it wouldn't shock me, Man United appointing Pochettino straight away. We beat Palace 4-0 under similar circumstances before that. We deserve the scoreline. Palace will be tough, but I think we'll win against them. Yeah, I think they're going to be the one. Ange is unbeaten at home since 2020 when Ange was in Yokohama. Wow. Morning, Perch. Hope you in the chat well. I'm good, Lily White, mate. I'm good. United spent 47 million on Onana. Yeah, he's awful. He's no better than Jason Steele. So let's go through this, guys. Perchy. The reason we love the way Spurs are playing now is that we always on the edge of our seat, only moments away from ecstasy or disappointment. Now we have to wait for the next fix. I agree. This is the bit. This is when I hear people go, "Oh, but I love watching us under Conte. We were winning games." Yeah, we were beating Man Cities with one of those. I'll be honest. I say this all the time. Last season, I hardly watched us play. I watch every minute of us play now. Every minute. I get excited with us. Yeah, yesterday was different. But I'm really struggling talking today. Do apologise. But yeah, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I think we're going to be absolutely fine now, and I'm loving the way we play. I'm in it. I agree with the ecstasy comment. Guys in the chat, can we get to 100 likes? Can we do that? Do we think we can do that? Where's everyone gone? We had about 80 of you in here. They've all disappeared. Where's everyone gone? Man United got more banana skins than 5. Yeah, they keep slipping up, don't they? Hey, Lily White, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're all good. Yeah, big up Lily White. Big up Robbie. Hope you're well, mate. Ten Hag will be on guarding duty and Poch mourning about injuries, but not the $1 billion they've spent. Yeah, mental, isn't it? Onana, 11 shots facing it, conceded 8. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy stats. Tough cover lays me having to put my 4-year dog to sleep. Mate, I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm so sorry, Robbie, mate. I hope you're well, man. Listen, mate, you've got my number if you need to reach out, mate. Just pop me a message and we'll, if you need to talk about it, mate. I'll stop sharing that for now. Gave me joy I needed, mate, this weekend. Yeah, about the football. Yeah, mate, Lily White, mate, sending my love to you, mate. Listen, we all know dogs are like family members, aren't they? After the resurrection of Richarlison, do you think he'll start against Arsenal? No, not for me. I think you stay with the. I think the only change has got to be for me is Brennan Johnson for either for Solomon. That'll be my change. I would have said Kulusevski, but I think Kulu just probably edges on for me at the moment. But yeah, I think Richarlison will. Um, yeah, sorry, Robbie. Sorry, just replying to a message quickly. Guy offered me a purple and gold scarf for £2 yesterday. He had a car boot full of them. Can't shift them. Yeah, listen, the old big up to the purple and gold. Like I get all that. I get all of it. It is what it is, right? Leslie, it is what it is. Listen, for me, start giving them out. Don't start selling them. For me, just give them out if you want to. If that's, but for me, it's all about the football. I'm sticking with the football, right? No, I thought you cut out because you were so quiet. Sorry, yeah, apologies. I can't multitask. I'm awful at multitasking. If I got a message, I can't talk and reply to somebody. Never fun to have to make an end of life decision. Hopefully, yeah. Sending all my love to you, Robbie, mate. All the love. Kulu's goal is the latest winner ever in the Premier League. Yeah, I saw that stat. I think it was also the latest. It's the latest a team has been on the losing end to win the game, to be on the 97th minute to then win the game. I think it's it's the latest the team has won a game from a losing position, if I'm right in saying. But let's be honest, there was 2 late comebacks, by the way, not just Spurs. Look at Villa. 87th, 93rd, and then 101st, right? 101st. They did the same. I think people keep forgetting about Levy when we're doing well in the league. We appointed Postecoglou, and it's very exciting time so far. Yeah, Dante, I think this is the thing, right? I'll stand up in the way that I say it. I'll always say it how it is, right? And is doing well. What more can you say about that? Ange is doing amazing, and we have to support the manager. That for me is where it's at, right? That for me is where the land lies all the time. Apologies, guys. Apologies. Another trophy for us then. Yeah, exactly. We're winning trophies after trophy after trophy. I love it. Where it's at, right? Let's delve more into the game, though. Let's talk about the game. Didn't we have one of the latest comeback games, Leicester, before that too? Yeah, it was something like that. Agreed. Levy isn't forgotten, but you don't get a pass for the failure of the pass. Yeah, I agree, Neil. Bang on. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk a little bit more about the game. So Tottenham, in its entirety, right? There was some real good moments, some real negative moments. We still can't break teams down, right? I'm so sorry about the yawn. My chest. It's like I'm really losing breath. I don't know why I keep yawning from it all. Yeah, for me, it is what it is. Where we're at, we are where we are now. We have to find a way to break teams like that down, don't we? Don't you think we need to? What do you think, guys, in the chat? Do we need to start breaking teams? We need to break teams down better. We can't expect to get comebacks like that every single week, right? Does anyone else not think that as well? Yeah, it was great, but we can't rely on 101st minute goals to win us games of football every single time. That for me is the key one. That for me is such a key one at the moment. Kulu so far this season has really impressed me. Looking like the same player we bought in those first few months under Conte, Richie's goal will do him the world of good. Yeah, listen, the only thing I find with Richarlison, so with Kulusevski, firstly, I'll talk about Kulu first. My concern at the moment for Kulu is he needs to evolve his game. He can easily be, he can easily change. He needs to change it up a little bit sometimes. But I tell you what, when he moved more central, he looked devastating. I thought Brennan Johnson out on that right hand side as well did very, very well. And for Richarlison, sorry, and for Richarlison, yeah, big up to him. Listen, as I said at the start, you can have all the psychology and all that lot about with it all. What he did was amazing. Came out of the block, boom, changed it how it is, right? It's true, Neil. I'm still Levy out, but it just seems like it's all gone quiet on the Levy and Enoch out front. But Dante, the thing is the problem is the people that want this are still going to games, right? So I agree with what you're saying. All well and good, yeah. You're being Levy out and stuff. I don't go to games anymore. Stop going because of it. But people that they're still going to games because they're enjoying what they're watching, right? So it's catch-22. People are going to games, playing games of watching games of football, and then it's all going in that direction, right? And for me, it is what it is. It is what it is. Where is everyone? I'm gonna just change the title quickly. Just bear with me. I don't know where everyone is. There we go. So bear with me. Just going to change the title. I don't know where everyone's gone. I've sort of lost a load of viewers. We were up to about 80 people at the start, and now we've lost about half. So I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, it is what it is. It's like what I said during your stream. We have different attackers. Yeah, I agree. Bang on with that. Give United some credit for bending, not breaking. They kept us out of the box for a few times. Yeah, listen, fair play to Sheffield United, by the way. Like, if they keep playing like that, they will get results. Nothing wrong with it. That is what it is. Good morning, Perch. I was wondering where your bloody wallpaper room. Don't forget to push the like button. What do you mean my wallpaper room? I'm well confused. Are you talking about the plum wall? Are you talking about the plum wall, mate? No, that was at my mum's house. That is at my mum's house. So that's that for me is that's at my mum's house in the UK, not here. Brendan Johnson and Kulu to share the minutes every week. Yeah, agreed, baby. Kulu is playing a position that isn't his best usage. He's much a different player for Sweden. Yeah, agreed. That kid Johnson looks the business. Yeah, I liked him when he came on. He added energy, a lot of energy. Big up, Jim. How are you doing? Good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're well, my friend. Another thing I really liked with this team is the togetherness. I've not seen the Spurs team this type since during Poch era. For example, when they did the wave, yeah, I agree. Look much more of a collective, don't we? Johnson's a bit sketchy with the ball, but he can be worked on. The one thing he did teach his speed. But I tell you what, the one thing you can't teach is speed. But the one thing he did is first touch for the goal that was disallowed. What a touch, by the way! I thought it was a really, really good goal. It was ruled out because his nose was offside. Morning, Perchy. Good, thanks. Hope you're doing yourself. I'm good, mate. Spurs win. The TV made evening news in Australia. I've never seen a news story on TV for a normal Premier League game in England. I don't think people in the UK realise the impact Ange has out here. I love it. I love it a lot, and I love the badge. Is that a Is that an ostrich? Is that an ostrich? Your mum's spare room. Yeah, that was in the old spare room. That was the spare room at my mum's house. This is where I live in Spain. Hi, Perchy. A question for you and all the listeners. How much value in terms of pounds do you think Ange has added to our players' value and potential future value? Great question. Let's delve through an emu. I was just saying an emu, big up. It was an emu, not an ostrich. Vicario's a 40 million pound goalkeeper. That's short. That's more than double. Udogie was about 15 mil. He looks like a 40 to 50 million pound player right now. Romero, I think, is about the same, about a 50, 60 million pound centre half at the moment. Van der Ven looks about the same. Porro looks about 40, 50 million as well. Basuma looks like an 80, 90 million pound player. Sarr looks like a 30, 40 million pound player. Maddison looks like a 60 million pound player. Kulusevski looks about 40 million pound player. Richarlison looks like a 30 million pound player still. Not on the go, but he does. That's one that's still not anywhere near his value that we bought him for. Son looks like a 30, 40, 50 million pound player still. I mean, 50, 60 maybe. I mean, for his age, I'm just providing on his age as well, right? Solomon looks like a 20, 30, 40 million pound player, and even that bracket. 30 million is fair. So yeah, definitely, I do agree because we're playing well, right? We're playing well. So you're always going to have that. Where does Kulu play for Sweden? Is it down the middle? Or he plays with right wing? Yeah, he plays right wing, right? Oh, in a 4-4-2. Okay. A little bit deeper. Perchy, can you imagine after 2 or 3 windows what a great young team we could have under Ange? It's frightening. It is. Just need to get there, right? Just disregard my message. I didn't see your message. Sorry, where have I missed it? I do apologise. Where was it? Oh, apologies. Sorry, apologies. I was sorry. I do apologise. Had 28 shots. Need to finish our dinner. I'm saying that should have had a penalty in the first half and everything would have been different. Yeah. No, I think. Do you know what it is? Sorry, I do apologise. I didn't intentionally miss it. Listen, I'm going through my eyes and rubbish anyway, so I do miss stuff. I don't intentionally miss stuff. It was accidental. For me, yeah, the problem is the way that we couldn't break them down, right? Let's be honest, we had 10 shots on target, and the keeper, they were getting blocked. 9 shots were blocked. So we, in essence, had 19 shots on target. We were trying to get there, right? We were trying to get there. Ange's manager of vision, when he sees can't break through the long shot, he subs Son with Richarlison, unlike Eric Ten Hag, who subbed Højlund for Martial when the problem was on with Rashford. Yeah, no, I think he got it spot on the subs. Got them late, but he got them spot on. Yeah, let's just enjoy the team. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, guys. Basuma must be worth a massive amount now at the end of the season. Let's see. I think he's untouchable right now. So yeah, an emu, apologies. Dies about £1.50, yeah, and you get change for that. I'm so sorry for the yawning, man. It's just I'm trying to wake up. Kulu got his goal, but he still needs to be dropped. He's so ridiculous. Yeah, proud of me, Geordie. If Kulu was dropped or Solomon, one of them, I thought Solomon had an all right game. The only thing, he couldn't hit the target, and his shots just didn't go in. Listen, but I liked his effort. His energy was really good. I thought his energy was really, really good. Solomon, he worked really hard. Guys in the chat, If you haven't, please like it. Can we get 10 more likes in the next 10 minutes? How about that? Smash the like button, guys. Let's try and build up. I don't know where everyone's gone. There was like 60, 70, 80 in here. Where is Mr. Boxes? I want to hear how right he is and that the manager isn't potched, so Spurs will always fail to progress. Shall I ask him? Just see if anyone wants to come on. Hang on, I'll see if we can get some guests on. Let me send him the link. Just bear with me. Ah, dear. Let me send the link out if anyone fancies it. Let's see. Who's Mike? Oh, Mike, don't be silly, mate. Much, yeah. Solomon had a decent game and should stay on the left with Perisic to replace him for his crossing. I thought Perisic came on and he looked really, really good. I thought it was good. Perchy, predictions for Millwall versus Leeds at 12. Millwall 1, Leeds 3. Johnson should start on the right. Kulu can come on either at 8, 10 or right wing as he need him. Yeah, I like Johnson. I thought he was good. I thought Johnson was good. Does anyone in the chat want to come on? If they do, I might put the link in. If we get to, let's say, if we get 80 likes, I'll put the link in the chat. There you go. That's your what's your predictions for Chelsea? 0-0. I predicted 0-0 earlier on in my predictions. Big up Perchy, fantastic win. Come on, you Spurs. Good vibes. Yes, I love it. Vibing. I'm happy. I'm excited. Let's just enjoy the ride. This is what I said. Listen, now when people say about getting on over ahead of yourself and all this lot, for me, it's not about getting ahead of ourselves. Do you know what we need? Just live it, right? Let's just live it. Chelsea have a poor record at Bournemouth. They do. Yeah, they do actually. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Yeah. Big up to everyone who's celebrating that as well. Of course, much love to everyone. I would like another right wing like Vimmer or Yarzabal rather than Vimmer because he has a higher ceiling. Yeah, I'm not seeing that Vimmer play. Yarzabal's a very good player though. Techie, very young techie player. I like him. Nathan A, big up to you, mate. Spurs will challenge Newcastle for top 4. Yeah. And big up to you. Loving the profile picture. Where are you in that one? Because I go skiing a lot. So where is that in your picture? Let me know. I'd love to know that, Nathan. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're well. And smash the likes if you're new around here, guys. I'll put the link in, and we'll do a bit of a one in, one out, and get your feedback, guys, on it. Put that back to that. Big up, Perchy. Great win. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Yeah, it was a big up to you, my friend. Great win was yesterday. Massive win. You will not get top 4. We won't. You will get top 5. We won't. Yeah. Listen, 5th gets us into the Champions League, right? So why not? 5th gets us there as well. Since Torbola took over, they have won 12. They've only won 12 Premier League games out of 42. Wow, is that true? Wow. Oh, Valtren. Oh, nice. I haven't been to Valtren. I've been to Altuez. That's for me, man. Thanks and well done yesterday. Thanks, Nathan. Thank you, mate. I would have loved Doku. Oh, man, what a goal he scored, by the way. Very, very good player. Very, very good player. Looked really good as well. I liked him. Liked him a lot. The most expensive 12 games ever. Yeah, it was. It's crazy they spent that sort of money, though, right? But it could work. It might work in time, but right now it's clearly not working. Oh man, should I look at some stats? Let's look at some stats. Let's do my. Just bear with me. I do apologise, guys. 1 second. So if I put this back up, I think it's raining at the moment. Oh, it's hammering it down right now. Okay, we're going back to this. Oh no, we don't want it on that screen. We want it on this one. There we go. Back to this. We're back here. I just want to go through the stats of the game yesterday because I was really intrigued by something. If I click on that. So Dejan Kulusevski got player of the match on an 8.3. So Van der Ven and Son had poor games yesterday. I thought Son was really, really sloppy yesterday. Wasn't great. Kulu a lot better. And there's the Sheffield United's team. If I go down here, so these are all the subs. Perisic did well when he came on. Bit harsh on a Johnson on a 6.0. I think that's really harsh. Højbjerg and Royale obviously not getting him. They came on right at the end. But this is the shots, guys. This is what I want to see. We had 70% possession. Expected goals at 2.1, which is very good. Shots on target 28, but only 3 big chances. Now, with that and big chances missed, we had 2. Is that a worry that we only managed to get 3 big chances? And I don't know what they constitute a big chance. This is impressive. 545 accurate passes, 88% on target. Isn't that good? I don't know. And this is the events of the day. Blah blah blah. See if we go. No, I want to go to stats still. There was something I wanted. There was another thing I needed to. Oh, that's what I wanted. All stats. That's what I wanted to click on. So these are total shots. We had 9 off target, 10 on target, and 9 of them were blocked. So in theory, we had 19 shots on target retrospectively. Not bad in my opinion. Hit the woodwork 0. Shots inside the box 19. So all of our shots are now coming. Most of them are now 2/3 of them are coming inside the box. 9 outside the box. Expected goals. 1.74 in open play, 0.39 in set pieces, non-penalty XG 2.1. Not sure that. Oh yeah, so yeah, because we didn't have a penalty, and 1.98 XG on target. So, trouble in the tune that. We got lucky yesterday. Our penalty wasn't a penalty. Very lucky. Yeah, I did see that. It was a shocking decision. Can't believe VAR didn't give Maddison a penalty, but gave one for the Brentford game. It's mad, isn't it? This is the thing. VAR is just bad. For me, it's 3 big chances, 2 missed but scored 2. Yeah, I don't understand it, Soren. I don't get those stats. Proud of your big up, mate. Is Mari really works on Spurs, or is he just a psychologist who works alone? If he's on Spurs, I really love him to kill. Mari is in the YouTuber Mari. Mari doesn't work for Spurs. No, if that's who you're on about, I am Han. Mari, the YouTuber, no, he doesn't work for Spurs. No. Hi Perch, would you like to see a gladiator meme with Ange head superimposed over Russell Crowe? Looking up at the fans asking, are you not in chain? Exactly. I agree. How was the right man when but his manager might be at his ceiling. Gosh, I'm so sorry for the yawning. It's not. I do apologise. I do apologise indeed. I'm not sure what's going on. I've lost. I'm not sure if I'm still live. Am I still live, guys? Please put in the chat if I'm still live. Something doesn't make sense. Something's gone weird on my thing. I am still live, right? People were chatting, so I assume so. But I've lost that in the corner to say that I'm live. Normally, it comes up in the top left saying I'm live with how many viewers are in. So I don't actually know how many of you are here. So at the moment, there's 47 of you here, 66 likes. Please, guys, can we get any of you? If you've not, please like the stream. That'll be amazing. We want to get that to 100 today. That will be absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much. Sheffield United came from straight yesterday. It was pretty. It wasn't pretty, but we won without playing well. I agree. Listen, Rob, I said this in a group chat last night. Someone was talking about it and they were saying about, oh, it wasn't pretty. I said, yeah, but what do we always talk about? Big teams. Teams that win titles, play badly, and win games of football. We did that. Listen, that's how it is, man. Big strong man. Why have you put me as your pro? Don't do that. No, please change it back. Oh, don't. That's cringed me out already. After how see Jose come in, yeah, possibly. Yeah, I am live. Thanks, guys. Thanks. It all went a bit weird. I've lost like the saying that it's live in the top corner, and scoring went a bit weird. Newcastle fans under the Saudi ownership have become honest. Is this the holy month? Yeah, return of the shirt. Don't hate in the shirt. The shirt, I love the shirt. I love how much it triggers people. I'm getting more, by the way. I'm ordering more of those shirts from Shein. That's where they were from. So I'm going to order more. Susie's going to order me some more and get them delivered to me, just so I can wear them on stream, just to trigger people. Yeah, let me just pop this off for now. Did you want to come on, mate? If you wanted to come on, Soren, I'll send you the link. I'll try and send the link if it will let me. Yeah, Soren, I'll send it over to you, mate, if you want to come on. I don't know why it won't let me though, but I'll try it this way. Big up, mate. Yeah, done it, mate. MLS third kit came out and it's some nice designs. What? Wait, the MLS kit? You mean all of the kits, or is it all one kit? Wait, Neil, is that how it works? It's just one kit, and you get anyone plays in the same kit. I'm well confused. Don't kit teams just have their own ones? Thanks for Region, mate. Enjoy him. He's absolutely god awful. Enjoy him. Trust me, you're going to keep losing games of football with Sergio Region at left back. He's absolutely pony. Please sign him. He's rubbish. How did he play? Mate, he's awful. Somehow he was their best player. I mean, it kind of said it all, right? It says it all. MLS League kit for each team. So what? They get one kit design and they all have it in their own colours. Oh, that's cringy if that's the case. Perchy, I'm here to acknowledge I've been pretty negative about Ange, but I'm on the team. It's wonderful. The guy is something wonderful. Thank you. Finally, join the train, man. Listen, there's nothing about it. Listen, that was a comeback, was it? That was the comeback that we needed, man. Listen, that was, you know what? We would have given up in other games. I've seen this before where we've given up in games like that. Like, the comeback was it. Yeah, enjoy the mud. Listen, at least you're on the train, man. Join the train. And guys in the chat, come on. Can we get 28 more likes? There's 45 of you here. As I say, I don't know where everyone's disappeared to. Here he is. My guy. How you doing, Soren?
I'm good. Especially
Is
after
it echoing for you, by the way?
No.
Okay, cool. No, because I've not got my headphones in, so if it echoes, just let me know.
No, fine.
Mate, 97th minute, Tottenham 0, Sheffield United 1. I thought we all kind of got to that feeling yesterday where it was, oh, here we go. It's one of those games. I was getting in my watch along. The curse of manager of the month is struck again. And then I called it the redemption of Richarlison. That was my theory of it. He came on, and listen, I'm going to say it how it is. Listen, I've been massively critical of him. But when we talk about it, and people go, oh, it was just a header, it was just an assist. But when it mattered, he turned up at the run it mattered, right? We have to go credit where credit's due, right? Listen, we can criticize him all the time. I'm a massive critic of his. But credit where credit's due. When it mattered, he scored the goal and assisted the goal that won us the game. Whether we like it or not, and look what it meant to him, right?
Yeah.
Look what it meant to him.
I think, look, you know, I am, and I've said it for the past couple of days now, I am more optimistic than most fans or a lot of fans. And I've been saying, Richie, you know, we haven't seen the player that we tried to buy. And look, yesterday, let's not get carried away. He came on, he scored the win. You know, he's got us back in the game. He's done an assist for the winner, and he did the exact job Ange put him on there to do. And
yeah, agreed. Bang on.
But let's not get carried away just yet. You know, and this is me saying it. So he can't start the next game. He's got to.
I agree. No, I agree with that part. No. This doesn't automatically mean he starts games of football, right?
We've got to just do him and do it. And look, if Son goes 2 or 3 games now without scoring, then you start Richie. But I think against Arsenal, I think Son will do well because it's going to be such an open game. But look, I am so pleased for Richie. You know, you could see what it meant, and it wasn't just to him. You could see Sonny pushing him to the fans to go and get his
and, did you see Son's comments after the game?
No, I didn't. No.
He came out. He got in his interview. He basically said, "I'm happier that he scored than me scoring." He said, "I'd rather have him scoring than me scoring. He needed that."
Yeah.
And I said, listen, all the therapy in the world can help you. I tell you what, that is the biggest bit of therapy that he needed. But you're bang on, by the way. It's not about getting carried away. What it does mean, this doesn't now mean he goes in another 20 games without scoring a goal. Because then you go, do you know what? Nothing's changed, right?
It's changed, yeah.
If his calling is to come off the bench with 20 minutes to go and be a bit of a nuisance in the air, which is what he had one literally a few minutes before that, and he put it just over the bar.
I mean that chance that he had earlier was, you know, he wasn't quite in the right position. I
agree.
He's further back, and he probably would have kept that down. And you could see when he missed and it went over the bar, you could see him sort of almost drop a little bit.
I saw that.
And he put his head down as though, that better not be my only chance. And, you know, look, I am so glad that he scored. And you could see it in him. He didn't know whether to celebrate or not. You could see it was just one of those moments where it was like you've been chained up and all of a sudden all the chains have come off you. And it just sort of gave him
his mentality, though, you're bang on with that. His mentality could have easily been to, okay, do you know what? I've scored now. We move on. Happy days. I can go crazy. Shirt off, jump in the crowd sort of thing. He went, do you know what? Screw this. It's a quick celebration. Grab the ball. We kick off again and we go and win the game of football. And listen, I've been massively criticised on Twitter today. I love it, by the way. I've learned a new trick on Twitter, not to respond to anybody, but just put something out there and let people stew under it. It's great. So last night, I saw a clip of the Man United lads celebrating after going through. They're 3-1 down. And he scores it. I'm getting all of the abuse. It was brilliant. So I went celebrating like that after scoring I think it was like scoring 3-1 down and you're celebrating like that. Wow. And I've got all of it, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, and people went, oh, well, didn't you go crazy because you beat Sheffield United? Yeah, it's a massive different situation, right? We've beaten a team of football when in the 97th minute, we were losing the game of football. I said, it's a massive different situation. And I love it. I just put something out there and let everything happen. It's brilliant. I've just looked at my phone. I've got about 30 notifications on that exact post. It's brilliant. I love it. I don't respond to any of it, by the way, because it's just part of the fun I do it. I like being the I like being the pantomime villain on Twitter sometimes.
Yeah.
It's quite fun.
The good thing about Richie is, and I think this is where people are kind of getting carried away a little bit, that the way Ange has set up his team now, we don't necessarily need that prolific goal scorer. I mean, it will be nice, but the goals are coming from kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that we need that 30 goal a season striker anymore. And when you watch Richie, even though when he hasn't been scoring, he does do a lot of running about and a lot of closing down and a lot of bulldoggy type work, which, you know, we don't necessarily want that from a striker. But this is what gets me sometimes, that you have a striker and we say, oh, they're coming too deep to get the ball. And then you have a striker that comes on, he might have 2 touches, he scores 1 and he creates 1. And all of a sudden he's not done nothing else all for the game. And you think, well, he's done his job as a striker. He's scored and he's created 1. So what more can the lad do? And I did see a comment, and I can't remember who it was from earlier, saying about the substitutions and maybe coming on a little bit late.
Yeah.
So, and I think you responded saying this. I think they were kind of perfect, because I think Ange knew there was going to be a lot of added time. So rather than bring
that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point.
You know, and have them fresh legs going further into the game when you could see we'd gone 1-0 down and the team responded. So give them 5-10 minutes just to see if that team can do anything, because you kind of looked at it and thought, well, they haven't done a lot. But what makes me laugh the most is, and I love this, and I can't remember who it was I was discussing it with, but we was talking about Ange and Conte and another comparison. And Conte supposedly is the coach that gets everybody so fit and everything, but yet we look so leggy last season. And he hasn't put them through, from what we've seen, all these drills, making them sick on the sidelines and things like that. And all of a sudden we look a fitter team. Explain that to me.
Who's it? I didn't see that later, mate. Mate, are we riding this train still? This train is going far, mate.
You bet. Big
up to Cuba, mate.
Still basking in the glory of Ange. That's all.
It's stopping at Tin Cup City next week.
It is, yeah.
Oh dear.
We're all keen on to have a good kickabout.
So when we were just talking, and it's a good point I wanted to bring up about goal scorers, right? Here's a question. We've played 5 games. How many goal scorers have we had?
Well, we've had Romero, Kulachevsky, Son, obviously, Richie, Maddison. Has Bissouma scored?
Nope.
No, so that's 5.
Sarr has scored. That's
6.
Opening day. You're missing one.
Did Porro score?
Porro.
Nope.
Porro.
No, wasn't Porro. Think the same position though.
Porro scored the screamer, didn't he?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, he scored.
No, don't say that, because Barry will start crying. It was Emerson Royale.
Of course it was.
Oh,
So
I was thinking of footballers.
Yeah.
It was Emerson who scored the equaliser against Brentford. No, but my point I'm trying to make on that, we've got 7 goal scorers already, right?
Yeah.
This is everything that we were talking about in pre-season. We're not going to be relying. This is the season where, yes, we'd have loved a Harry Kane in this team, but hear me out. We're okay without him because we're scoring goals across the board, right? The top goal scorer at the moment is Heung-min Son with 3. Few with 2, a few of them with 1. So what we've got, we've got 13 goals and 7 of them have been goal scorers within the team, right? That for me is important. This is going to be so important this season, with the likes of Richarlison chipping in with goals, Romero chipping in with goals, Star. You're going to see more from Maddison chipping in with more and more goals. I think it's going to be really, really good, right? I think we're on a real trajectory, and we're in a really good position to roll on to the North London derby. I think we're in a really good position because we seem to be set up to play for 120 minutes, right? The way we seem to be set up. And Soren, this is where, listen, I might actually flip-flop on, and I get your point, by the way. The subs may have came late because he knew that we were going to get 10 plus minutes. So he's treated it the 70th minute, like 60th minute. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. We go, I'll make subs at the 60th minute, but you make them at the 70th minute because you're treating it in the sense that you're going to be playing for 100 minutes.
Yeah.
So you've got half an hour to play, right? So actually, maybe your point is bang on with that. Subs came on, 75th minute?
75 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, you could be spot on with that. Hoover, mate, I'll come to you, mate. Where are we going to finish this season? Silly question?
First, obviously. You know what?
Do you know what?
I was talking on Hotspur Hippie a little minute ago. He did a sort of impromptu stream as well because we're all just pacing around and basking in what happened from yesterday. We came onto the subject of what Ange said in his post-match conference, and it was that bit that grabbed us all. Was he's talking about the fans, and he's saying,
"Yeah,
you know what? The fans, what the fans' expectations? Why not dream?"
Did you notice he also said, that the fans might not be fully? I think he's watching all these streams and we're becoming his mentors.
Hi, Ange. I love you, Ange.
Yeah.
He's one
of us. He's a regular bloke off the street, isn't he? Who's doing a great job.
But do you know what? And do you know, it's a great point. It's a really, really good point because do you know what? I said this to someone. I can't remember who it was, but I said this to someone, and I just went, do you know what? What I love the most about Ange is I feel like I could sit in a press conference and go, Ange, after this, do you want to go for a pint? And he'd probably say yes. You go, cool. We'll go down to the Bricklayers and we'll have a pint down there after the game and just see him walk in. Like, I can imagine at some point this season he's going to do that. He comes across as such a down-to-earth bloke. He is a top person. He's a top manager. I tell you what, he was massively, massively disrespected at the start, and people didn't do their homework on this bloke. People didn't do their homework on this bloke. And when I say about researching and going back and thinking about what we say, I saw on Twitter, no to Postecoglou, we deserve better. No, we've got exactly the right manager for this football team.
Yeah.
Just because he's not got the glitzing name like the Jose Mourinho or the Antonio Conte or the Carlo Ancelotti style name. No, what we've got the manager that plays the right style of football, gets it at this football club. He gets what it means to us guys in the chat, people in the stands watching the football. He gets what it means to us. And for me, I can't say any more plaudits for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I know I was one. I never said anything against Ange because I just didn't really know who he was, and that's being honest. I really wanted Nagelsmann.
Me too. I agree. I was on the Nagelsmann run.
That's because I've watched him in Germany. I've seen what he's done with a few teams, and his approach to players was very similar to how Poch would do it. But obviously now we're seeing the same as what Ange seems to be doing. But he works on the headspace and things like that with players, and he's quite a good tactician. You watch his teams, and although they're set up similar most matches, they do play very differently as well at the same time. And to me, he would have been the perfect fit. But looking back at it, I wouldn't now swap him for, I wouldn't swap Ange for Nagelsmann now because... Oh,
no.
I'm watching... I don't think we'd have seen quite as entertaining football as we're seeing. I do think, it'd have been better than Conte, certainly, but it wouldn't necessarily have been as energetic as what Ange is showing us. But I just feel as though this is one time where we've got to sit back and just say, look, the board seem to have got the right manager in.
Yeah.
The fans have just got to get behind Ange. And, we listen to a few people who come on streams and sort of, I think, Kuba, I don't know if you're the same as what Alex is, where you're not quite sure about the Ange, but I think it's more at the board with Ange rather than Ange as a manager. And to me, now is just the time where we've all just got to sit back and say, do you know what? Let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy it for as long as it lasts. And like Kuva says, as daft as it kind of seems where, you know, one or two of us maybe do get carried away and say things. What's to say we couldn't actually win the league? As daft as
here we go. He's saying it. He's creeping in.
I'm not saying we are going to. I'm not quite as bold as that. But, I've said top 4 for sure. But the way we're going, we've dropped 2 points. Had Man City been doing what we're doing, I'm not quite sure what points they're on. I presume
they've won all their games, haven't they?
Yeah.
They're top of
so
the league.
They're 2 points ahead of us. Now, if they'd have been in our position and only dropped 2 points so far, we'd be talking that they're title contenders and going to win the league. Now, until we start dropping points, we are title contenders. And I'm not saying that we're going to be there at the end, because I know we won't be, but at this particular time, let's dream. Let's pretend it could happen.
Do you know what? I get your point. I do get it. For me, I'll always stand by it. There was no expectation for me this season, and I'm still, even now, no expectation. I'm just enjoying game by game. Do you know what? Listen, if we're going to win the league, we're going to win the league. But do you know what? I don't care. Listen, I'm just enjoying, getting excited for the next game to come. Now on Sunday, I'm excited for this time next week to be pumped for the North London derby. Then the week after, we're playing Liverpool. Just get excited, game after game after game. And then listen, if by the end of April, we're top of the league or second in the league, do you know what? We're going to win the league here, guys. We're going to win this. Like, do you know what I mean? Wait, do you know the best way to judge it is after 19 games, because you've played everyone, right? Yeah. After 19 games, you've played everyone once, and you can go, do you know what? Let's see where we are. If we're by the 19th game mark, we've won 17 out of 19 games. You go, do you know what? Now, there's no excuses. We're in a title race. We won 17 out of 19. We're in a title race. But I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'll stay where I am with it, game by game. Once we win a game of football, I'll get excited. That's why, listen, yesterday, massively excited yesterday. People go, oh, you're going over the top. You're going over the top. No, I'm just enjoying that moment.
The thing is, Percy, I think I said it a few weeks ago or a week or two back that what if tomorrow never comes? When are we going to get excited? If we can't get excited today, tomorrow might never come. So let's every time we win a game, that's 3 more points. Every time we don't lose a game, we haven't dropped points. This is the whole point. You don't win a league, and I'm not saying we're winning the league before anybody says it. You don't win a league without winning games, and we're winning games. You know, it's time to actually start believing. Now, the big test, and Alex keeps banging on about this, the big test is going to come when we start to drop points.
Agreed. He's right on that. I agree with him.
That's where the fans have got to sit back, and we've all got to look at ourselves and say, do you know what? We've had a great ride so far. We've dropped a couple of points, but let's stick behind the team. Let's not start getting on top of the team, because we've got a team of very young players. And one thing I will say, when Brennan Johnson came on and then his interview afterwards, have you noticed, I mean, such a young lad, but he's a bit like Sonny. He plays with a smile on his face.
Yeah. I thought he was really good when he came on.
Yeah, the worst thing we can do is get on a young player like that and destroy his confidence, because you could see he was nervous. You know, he's suddenly come to a big team. Yeah.
He touched for that goal when he was offside. I went, that was
I said this last night. You know, everybody kept saying that he couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Yes, he was offside. I get that. But he put the ball in the back of the net. And at that point, it was still in play. He did what he had to do. And you look at it and you think, well, yeah, he's put it in the back of the net. If he's got the confidence to do, and that would have done him a world of good had that done it. You know, had it been counted.
Big up Wayne Holland. The DVD's coming out soon. I'm going to put it next to our last added time comeback when we beat your Leicester team at your place. I'll just slurp it next to it there. And I'll watch both of them today, my friend. Stephen Bergwijn settings and all that. However you do it like that. Is it like that one or something you do? Yeah, that's how I'm going to put it, Wayne. Love you to bits, mate.
Leicester played us off the park that day, though. we literally did a smash and grab that day at Leicester.
But sometimes that's how you've got to be, Cooper. I mean, look, the best teams win when they play badly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I said this. I said this yesterday. I said that when we talk about teams and stuff, and listen, if that was Manchester City yesterday, had a really couldn't break down Sheffield United and scored 2 late goals, everyone would have said that's why they're champions elect. I'm not saying that we are, but I'm saying if that was Man City yesterday, scoring 2 goals in added time, going, big teams find a way to win games of football.
Yeah. Look, you look at when we played City over the last couple of seasons and they've absolutely dominated the match, but we've come away with points. They'll be more gutted than Sheffield United, in a sense, will be yesterday. That, they've done everything they can. They couldn't have done any more other than put the goal in the net. Yesterday, Sheffield United came with the mentality of, we're going to do everything to disrupt this game. We're going to do everything possible to just try and grab a goal and run, basically. And that's what they did. And it bit them in the ass in the end. We showed we were struggling a little bit to break them down. But we persevered. And like I said yesterday all I wanted to see yesterday was us try and work out a way of scoring. And if you watched how we were playing, we changed it 2 or 3 times. 1 minute we'd try and go direct, then we'd try playing through again, then we'd go direct again, then we'd play through again. And then when he brought Richie and Perisic on, we were going down the wings more and putting crosses in. Yeah. And you could see there was like 2 or 3 or 4 different styles of game within that one game. And that's what I was most impressed with, that they never gave up. They kept trying different little things to try and break that team down, and eventually they did. Took us 10 minutes or whatever, but
it also ties in with something. Although he played for the wrong team, got to admire Thierry Henry, what he did in this league of ours. And there's something he always said about goal scoring. You just make sure you just keep hitting the target, just keep hitting it. And we were doing that. We were working the goalkeeper. A lot of the shots, it was going straight down his throat and easy for him. Yeah. But on another day, those shots go into the corner. They go into the side netting. We kept doing it, and it's that one word that we're now associating with an Ange Postecoglou team. It's relentless.
That's a great word.
We never stop, and I'm seeing it and believing it all the time now.
This is it. I'm just going to come in with that. I mean, I don't know how much of it was playmaking, play acting, and that, but they seem to have a lot of cramp. And that's because they were doing a lot of chasing down of us being relentless on them. And like you say, the best way to defend is to attack. Full stop. If the ball's in their half, you're not going to concede. It's when the ball comes into our half that we've got the chance of conceding. So if you score, if you've got 36 chances or 26 chances, chances are something is going to go in the net. So the more chances you have, the more, I know sometimes you can have one chance and score, but, odds are that the more chances you have, that, something is going to go in.
I mean, even my playing days, I'm non-league, but it's so much more tiring to have to defend than it is to attack. When you're attacking, you're enjoying yourself. The energy's there. I think that's another key factor with what we're doing. Players are playing with a smile on their face. They're enjoying what they're doing.
Well, to me, if you look at our team, and it's like when we were kids and we'd go down the local field or whatever and have a kick around, and you'd be there for hours playing football, and you'd be laughing, you'd be crying, you'd be jumping around all over each other, and that's the way Ange seems to be playing football with these players. That it's just like, look, like when you were kids, go and play football. Yeah, I know, that there is an art to defending, and like with Conte coming from Italy, they are very defensive minded and things like that. And there is a beautiful way of playing that game, and I understand that. But it just, like you just said, Cooper, that you get more tired defending, and I think that was our detriment last year. That we might have been super fit, but we were always under pressure, and mentally that just destroys you. If you think, oh, they're coming again, and you haven't even got out of the first half and you're already 2-0 down, then it's mentally it's got to be draining, which then drains you physically.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as I was concerned, before Big Ange, we had what I class as the 3 footballing antichrists, one after each other. Mourinho, Nuno, and Conte. Yeah. I cannot stand that sort of manager. Yeah. I will never respect them. And it's a great comment. It's all part of it. You play with a smile on your face and you play attacking football. There's something there all the way through the game for you. Even if it's not going well, you got something. When you start off with that negative mindset and play with you've got bad players in defence, so your tactic becomes put all the pressure on them and let the opponents attack all the time. For me, that's madness. I fully agree what he said, Soren. I think most people do. Best form of defence is attack. It's so obvious. If your strength is in the attacking half and your weakness is in the defence, play in the attacking half. For me, Conte's massively overrated manager. I
agree.
Could not possibly understand what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great comment in the chat from R9, and if we were 1-0 down, Kane wouldn't have come off the pitch, and that's the difference that we're seeing this year. That
that's a good point actually.
Yeah. If you're not playing and you're not or not necessarily not playing and not performing, but you're not having your best game, like we saw with Sonny yesterday, he's bringing you off.
Agreed.
Now, that's would he have done that with Kane? I don't know, but it's one of those now where, I mean, when the board went up and they said, "Oh, they're bringing Sonny off," and I'm thinking, "Oh God, is that the right move?" You're now starting to move forward and think, you know what? I ain't going to question any of his subs anymore because, we looked at the one against the game that we're not going to talk about Fulham, but the first one was like, why has he made that sub? And it didn't make sense. Yesterday, you kind of looked at it and thought, ooh, why are you bringing Sonny off? But it made sense. That that's the difference between it working and it not working.
Bigger Wayne, what's more important, winning football or attacking football? Well, both, yeah. I think both's a great point. And the difference is here, what we say on this, we say about winning football. Conte didn't give us winning football. If that's the sort of judgment on it, Conte didn't give us winning football. We were crap under him. Yeah, we got into top 4, okay, but we were second season. We were even worse under him.
Yeah,
and that was with more players that he wanted, right?
I think the big thing against Wayne's question is it's not necessarily whether it's winning football or defensive football and you're winning that way. It's the passion of the players showing they want to play for that club. And last season, it was just a terrible season from start to finish in a sense because, yes, we had a good start, but we were playing absolutely crap football. Yeah. But the players just didn't seem to be happy. They just didn't seem to be enjoying things. And there was no passion in that team. Now, to me, if you've got a team that are attacking and they're losing, but they're playing for the club, they're trying their best, they might not be good enough. There's a difference there because you've looked at your team and you thought, well, at least they give it everything today.
Yeah.
Rather than, we played shit and we lost. Well, yes, there will be games where you kind of look at it and think, we should have played defensive today, and we won't be. That's the difference. But
I think the question with this is I think Soren, do you know what? Everything you said is absolutely spot on. I think this is the part of it though. Like I sit back and go, look at every single one of the players have basically come out and said in interviews, they're like, without saying it word for word, have gone, I hated last season.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Son in interview, basically he's sitting there going, oh, well, yeah, I like playing for this style of football, blah, 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 blah. Just like he doesn't want to be disrespectful, but he wants to come out and just say, I hated playing under Conte. I was so restricted. We've had Basuma come out and say it. There was somebody else said it.
Kuti.
I want to say Kulusevski came out and said something similar, saying we were so rigid or something. But players don't want to play that style of football. Yeah. Listen, it's not going to work. Like, we were awful under it. I don't get where this narrative came from. We got top 4 based on what? The first season when he was here, because what Arsenal basically gave it to us. That was why.
You say that, Birchie, but we threw it away first. You know, we were in a very good position to finish fourth.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Everyone goes on about, oh, we were lucky to finish fourth. Well, yeah, we were, but we were also unlucky to have given that. You know, it was in our own hands to start with. We threw it away first, and then Arsenal threw it away. So it's all right saying we were lucky and Arsenal threw it away, but we threw it away first. If you want to look at it properly.
Yeah, and Geordie's coming with.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to reply to Wayne's comment, Wayne Holland, because big up Wayne, by the way.
Yeah, I love Wayne. Wayne, love
real gentleman, love him to bits. But I had to disagree because I don't think you do need top players to win and play good football.
No,
what you need is belief and the guts to stick to your guns. Brian Clough used to take players from non-league.
Great example, actually.
The strongest team.
People will say, "Oh, well, that's back in that day. That you can't see that anymore."
Yeah,
no, just because people do not have the guts to do it.
Agreed.
That's all it is. You look on a lesser scale, the likes of Eddie Howe when he was at Bournemouth. They stayed in the division on peanuts. They're absolutely tiny budget, and they played good attacking football and cemented their place in the division for years doing it. So you look at scales, we've got so much more resources than likes of Bournemouth.
The best example right now is Brighton.
Absolutely.
They don't spend loads of money. Someone put up a really good stat yesterday because I think they're making a comment. I mean, it was Ten Hag had the audacity saying that Brighton spend money. The absolute audacity. I mean, what world do you live in, mate? Like, you've just spent nearly £1 billion, like at your football club, in the space not all him, other managers and stuff. But someone put out that Jadon Sancho is on 7.9 million a year. Someone put this out. 9 of the 11 players that started yesterday cost Brighton 7.9 million. 9.
Yeah.
So when we talk about this, you can do it. Brighton are the example how you can do it, right? You can play attacking, aggressive football. You can go to likes of Old Trafford and go, do you know what? We're going to go toe to toe with Man United. We fancy ourselves. That's what Tottenham's going to be like this year. Tottenham are going to be like that.
The thing is, I mean, Coover hit it perfectly in the sense of you don't need a team of superstars. It helps if you've got the right manager. If you've not got the right manager, it doesn't matter how good your players are neither. But if you've got a team that are hungry and will play as a team, that is the strongest way of playing. But to answer the question about finishing 10th or 11th or whatever, and no, we cannot think like that. I am not finishing 10th and 11th just for the sake of a cup. I want top 4 and a cup.
Sorry. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, why can't we do both?
You know,
and I made a point about this.
Out of our heads that it's one or the other. No, it's not, because if we finish top 4, that means we've won a majority of our matches, and with winning matches comes confidence, and with confidence means you are building and you are winning matches. And if we lose matches in the league, chances are we're not going to win matches in the FA Cup. It comes together, playing together. Winning matches creates confidence, and with that confidence comes belief.
Do you know what? This is the question. This is why I say this about the whole rotating and resting players. I don't want to see it in the FA Cup, because what's the difference with the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup? What, and not about the integrity of the league tournament. Not that. They replace match weeks with the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So you play on a Saturday and Sunday. I think they changed it so up to the 4th round, it's in the week now. And then from the 5th round, it's Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's a normal match week. So there's no need to rest anybody. You can go all guns blazing in those because you're playing it like a normal match week. And listen, I want us to really push it. And listen, I think we're gonna be teams won't want to come against us in the FA Cup. I'm putting it that way. Teams will look at us, the big boys will go, I don't want Tottenham on a one hit game.
The thing is with the big teams as well, if they're taking the FA Cup seriously, they've got to play a strong team against us if they're playing us. And they won't want that. It's not just a case, those teams that have played together for a season or two will want to change a few players to rest them on cup games like that. Unlike us, where hopefully we don't do the 9 changes again, which I don't think we will. We've got to put a strong team out. Unless, of course, we're playing one of the smaller teams, then you hope our second team could win them. But it's not just a case of teams not wanting to come and play us, but they'll all be sat there thinking, do you know what? We're probably if we're gonna take this seriously, we've got to put our strongest team out, and we don't necessarily want to do that. And that's the beauty of it, that it's a double-edged sword. Whereas with the Community Cup, or whatever they call it now, Carabao Cup, that was one where we had, it's an easier cup to win, and I get that. But you've still got to beat whoever's put in front of you. But
I don't think it's easier to win. I think it's about the same, realistically, right?
I think it's one of those, because there's fewer rounds, you've got less chance of. I mean, there's obviously every chance of meeting a big team every round, but I just think it's easier to get further into the competition, and it's one of those for me. I don't care what anybody says about, it's only the Carabao Cup. It's a stepping stone. It's the start of something. We've got to get that mentality.
What does every single big manager say in this league? We always need that one trophy to start it off.
Yeah. I mean, we're all sitting here saying...
Every manager from every level said that first one. Look at Man City. Man City take the Carabao Cup seriously every season. And they go and win it most seasons, right? Because they take it seriously. Yeah, you could argue they've got a bigger squad, so they can do it, but they don't sit there and go and play academy players in it. They take it seriously because they want to win it. And I can't remember who it was that said it. I want to say it was Mancini. When Mancini won that league, and so he said it all started because we built that energy and that winning mentality through the Carabao Cup. Or it was the Carling Cup at the time, or the Capital One Cup, whatever it was called at the time. And it's all about, listen, I'm not saying that we're going to win the FA Cup, but let's just say we win the FA Cup this season. What an indictment that could be for this football club. Win an FA Cup, now you've got all these young players going, I want to do that again. I want that dopamine for winning the trophy again. We're going to work even harder, and we're going to win even harder. One of the biggest criticisms I had with Pochettino, that he never really took the domestic trophies as seriously as he should have done. When he said, it all builds egos. No, actually what he does, it builds winning mentality within that core squad. And I'm hoping we do. Listen, I'm not suggesting that we're going to go and win stuff with it. Listen, we've got a long way to go, right? A long way to go. But it's exciting, right? If we're going to play like this all season, I don't care. Listen, I'm enjoying it. And teams don't want to play against us at the moment.
No. And the thing is with that, like you say, if we go and win a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, it puts that belief and that mentality, like you say, that we want to go and win again. That feeling that we had that day was massive. But, I just get fed up where it's a question of, would you take this or this? No, I want them both. We get told as fans that we're not, we don't want enough. And then when you say, I know I want fourth and a cup, it's like, oh, you want too much. Well, why? I don't get it that 1 minute, we're not, what's the word?
Ambitious
enough. And then the next, you're too ambitious. Well,
yeah.
How can you be both? But to me, Carabao Cup, it's the, we look at it and say, we haven't won anything since 2008. It's a Carabao Cup. That's the only thing we can remember as winning. A lot of fans have never seen us even lift a trophy. People like me and Kilby have seen quite a few trophies in our lifetime, but not close enough. But a Carabao Cup this season might be an FA Cup next year. An FA Cup next year might be the league the year after. It might be a double the year after.
I think there's another reason to keep bringing up Brighton for comparisons as well. Some of the little myths going around, because what did they do in their previous 2 games? Before Man United that win a fantastic victory, they played Newcastle. They made 6 changes. 6.
Yeah.
yet we're saying 9 changes is too much. What's the real difference when we do it to when Brighton do it is they've built their team over the last few years.
They've built a squad, haven't they?
Yeah.
They built a squad. They haven't built an 11. We've got an 11.
We're at this fledgling point for Ange where he does need to learn about this team. He needs to learn about the character. All I'm going to say is, I'm going to forget about that cup exit. I know there's going to be bumps in the road ahead where Ange is also going to have to be testing some of the players that we don't think are good enough and seeing if he can get something out of it. I'm prepared for those losses because I'm looking 2 or 3 years down the road. I'm just going to brush all this off. It doesn't bother me. I can see where we're going. There's direction and purpose in the team and players believing in it. Some of these players aren't going to be here in 2 and 3 years' time. That's the point. Ange needs this season to find out which ones he can depend on for the next few years. There's going to be some painful games when we see that happen, and you realise he's not going to be here next year. He's not good enough. Yeah. This one, maybe we got something after all.
I just think with that, though, Cooper, that so early on in his tenure, with players that are playing a totally new system, 9 changes for that system was too much. Had he been in charge last year and these players had played a little bit together and blah, 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 or come in with a month to go, so they'd all actually played together, then I kind of think you look at it slightly different. But to me, putting a team out there and saying, right, you players have basically never played together in a proper competitive match, but I want to see if you can do it, isn't the same as putting an odd player, 1 or 2 players in a team that are playing together and showing that you can do it. That's the difference that I find with what happened. And for a club that is desperate to win something, I just think it was too much of a risk too soon. Now, you look at those players and you think, we can kind of almost go through them all and say, as fans, and he will know those players already, do we think they were good enough? Well, the majority of the answers was no. They're not good enough necessarily to play for us.
Would you say, though, that it's the fan base that's desperate to win things or the club? Because I see it different.
The fan base, definitely.
There we go. That's it. It's the separation. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I can see the way we're going.
Yeah, but I think
I will also say the players will be on that level. Players don't sit there and not want to win. Like they don't sit there and go, I don't care if we win or not. Players want to win silverware. I don't care what anyone says. I'll always stand by that theory. The players will be on the same sort of level as the fans are. They'll be sitting there going, do you know what? I could etch myself into history at this club by winning stuff.
I think that's what players should be doing. I'd argue.
I think players do.
I mean, Culver, if you look at that team that did play Fulham, how many of those players do you think are probably ones that we really needed to look at and are going to be used quite a lot this season? I mean, obviously we know Sanchez isn't because he's gone now. So you look at, say, Royale. Well, we've kind of seen him, so we know that he's good enough and on a level that he can play for us at the moment. So you know, but if you slip Royale into a team like we did yesterday, he's going to perform better with players around him that are playing together than he is with a team that suddenly has never played together. Same as like bringing Brennan Johnson on. Can you imagine if we'd have put Brennan Johnson in that game as well? Then it's another player that just hasn't played. Well, he's not going to look good as he would yesterday had he come on a bit earlier and played with a proper team around him. That's the argument I've got. And yes, it's the fan base that are desperate to win something. But I also think Daniel Levy's not stupid. He knows that if we can go on and win a cup, it's going to do some good for the club as well. You know, I people say to me, we sacrificed the cup because we got rid of Mourinho days before the final, but there were a lot of other reasons for that sacking. It wasn't
just listen. I will stand by this on that Mourinho sacking. Was he should have been gone ages ago.
Yeah,
like he should have gone ages.
But
I also agree. I do agree with people to say you shouldn't be sacking him a week before a cup final because it's like he got us there. He has the right to.
We don't know what happened. That's the thing again. You know,
something behind the scenes has happened, a massive disagreement, and it's gone. I'll see you later. It might have
been a case of something happened where it was just not tenable for it to continue.
Yeah,
and you know, I don't. I mean, look. I'm in no way thinking Levy is a master CEO or anything, but I don't think you do it on purpose and sack a manager. I think there was something happened where Levy just didn't have a choice. And well, he did have a choice.
Exactly. I think that's it. I think that's a very, very good point. I think that's where it's at, and I think that's where I will stand by on that point. We are going to wrap up in a couple of minutes, guys. And I'm going to send you boys over to Tottenham on Tour whilst they're still live as well. So, of course, go and send some love. I think Brian's live with Johnny. So go over there and spread some love. I'll send you over there, guys. So stay here.
I was going to say quickly about rotating the team. Was just
go on.
From my point of view, I don't think Ange has the time to say, I'm going to rotate a few of these players in each match, you know, just the 2 or 3 maybe, for over 8, 9, 10 weeks of the season. I think he's at the position where he just needed to say, I need to find out quick the mentality of these players. And he's just challenged them to go out into that cup and say, show me what he can do. I think that for me is what he's done. People aren't going to agree with it. That's the simple as it is.
Let's not talk about that game anymore. I feel like we've milked it to death to the point. But listen, on a serious level, listen, guys, I'm massively excited with what we got. Hopefully, everything can do a job today, and then roll on next Sunday. Next Sunday, the big one, right? The big one. Yeah. And guys in the chat, like, there's gonna be loads and loads of content this week. Loads and loads. I've got loads of Arsenal creators that want to do stuff with me. So we'll be doing that. Will be quite fun. On the build up, we'll be trying to build loads and loads of sort of the anticipation up. As I said, guys, stay in the chat, stay here because I'm going to send you over to Tottenham until they're still live. So I think they're going to go for another half hour. So go over there and put Perchy Raid in there. Thanks, guys, for coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And listen, enjoy your Sunday. Put your feet up. We've won another game. We're second in the league. And guys, I'll leave you on this one. Thank you so much, guys. On a serious level in the chat, big up to all you guys. I'll see you guys.
Come on the toffees.
Come
on the toffees.
Totally threw me that one.
Big up the toffees. Peace out, guys. Bye.
And here's Kane. He sits on Tottenham's loftiest perch, beyond even the great Greaves. Spurs' most lavish scorer all